Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea, and today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys my engagement story. So for those who don't know, my fiance's name is Luis. For our 1-year anniversary, we decided to take a little weekend trip to Orlando. We left on October 24th and we came back on October 27th. We did have a couple things planned for our trip. Obviously he had a really big plan, but So we left on October 26th and we stayed at the Hotel Marriott Grande Vista. That hotel happened to be really close to everything that we had planned for that weekend. We decided we were just going to Uber everywhere. So Thursday, we get to Orlando. We check into the hotel. It was a really nice hotel. There was a fountain. There was a bunch of pools. It was nice, let me tell you. But that first night we didn't do anything because the next day we had planned to go to Universal. And you know, when you go to an amusement park, you're walking all day from when the park opens to when it closes. So you're gonna be tired. So Friday morning we wake up really early to go get some breakfast. We eat as much as we can because I'm not about to pay $20 for a hot dog. So we get to Universal at 9 in the morning. We got the 2-park 1-day pass. So we went to Universal and Island of Adventures. A little tip, download the Universal Studios app. It has all of the waiting times for Island of Adventures and Universal Studios. Before I knew about that app, I was walking all the way from one side of the park to the other just to find out that the ride was closed or that the line was like 5 hours long. That app changed my life. And one really cool thing about going in October was that the lines were really short and it was not hot at all. Compared to when I've gone in the summer, it is literally just perfect. The only thing was that it did start raining, so a lot of the rides did start closing down, but it was really fun. We start heading out the park like at around 6. We go get some food, and Luis really wanted to go back for horror nights. But you see, I don't particularly enjoy getting scared. I get scared way too easily. In the back of my mind, I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to survive a night with people walking around scaring you and going into those little haunted houses. It's just not me. But Luis was really excited to go, and I was like, I was gonna do it for him, I swear I was, but
how about we go watch a scary movie instead?
So at that time, Countdown was in theaters, that movie where you download an app and it tells you how much time you have left before you die. It was a really scary movie. I saw Luis jump a couple times from the side of my eye with the pop-up scares. Now, I don't know if he was jumping because I screamed really loud or the movie scared him, but either way, the man was scared. So he got his thrill of the night. Following day, Saturday, the day that changed my life. But I had no idea it was gonna change my life, but Luis knew it was gonna change my life. So that day we had 3 things planned. We had seen Titanic before we went to Orlando, so I really wanted to go to the Titanic Museum, get some souvenirs. At night we had a rave to go to. We were just kind of gonna enjoy the pools and the hotel and everything before we decided to head out. At around 3 o'clock we go to the Titanic Museum. Basically they give you this little boarding pass. It has the name of the person, their age, where they were coming from, if they're married, their children, what class they were in, like first class, second class, and their reason for traveling. It was really cool because you can see how everyone lived, like the first class, second class, where they ate, what their rooms looked like, what they wore. You also walk into a room and they have this guy taking pictures. You know that iconic scene where Rose and Jack are in the clock? Look, doesn't he look just like Jack and I look just like Rose? Lie to me. And then at the end you walk into a room that has all of the names of the passengers that were on board that night. You find your name and find out if you survived that night or not. My passenger, I think, died. I think Luis lived. I can't really remember. It was not a happy ending for either of us. We basically just went to the outlets to eat. I guess in October, it's a really rainy season in Orlando. It rained in Universal the day before, and it rained when we were in the middle of shopping. And since it's outlets, you know, you're outside. So we decided that we were just gonna go shopping somewhere else. So after we get out and we order the Uber, I step in this really big puddle. Y'all saw I was wearing these sandals. These sandals were not comfortable. Luis had told me earlier that day that he wanted to take a picture, so I thought this picture was enough. When I stepped in that puddle, I was like, I was like, I need to put on my socks and I need to put on my shoes and I need to do it now. So we get to the hotel and we still have our food. Luis is like, let's leave the food inside the hotel room so we can go take the picture. I was like, perfect, here's my chance. And so we get inside the room and I'm taking off my sandals and putting on the socks. I grab the first 2 socks I see. I will wear a Christmas fuzzy sock and a black ankle sock. I don't care. I prefer comfort over anything else. At that moment, I saw 2 black socks. I was like, I'm just gonna put on these black socks. One happened to be like a high-rise sock and then the other one was an ankle sock. Luis took one look at my shoes and he was like, but what about the picture? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, your socks, your shoes, it doesn't go with the outfit. I was like, but we can crop out the shoes. And he kind of just stared and was just like kind of quiet. So we're on the 3rd floor. So right before we're about to go down the stairs, Luis, without a word, comes up behind me. And you remember, I don't know if it was just in my school, guys used to pants each other all the time. So when Luis came up behind me, you know how my sock was like all the way up? He literally just pushed the sock all the way down. He didn't even tell me like, hey, like I'm just gonna put your sock down. I felt broken because I felt like he should know that I don't care about socks matching.
Thought he accepted me for who I was. Could have known this trip was just gonna break us apart. There's just no way that a man's ever gonna accept me for the way that I am. He's never gonna love me. He's never gonna want to marry me.
Literally, these were my thoughts. Luis wanted to take pictures like on the dock, but there was a little gate that was locked, so we weren't able to take pictures there. At this point, I'm still upset, but I'm like, you're fine. So we were walking. Luis wanted to wait for someone to come and take a picture. We had been waiting around for someone to pass by for like 20 minutes. At that point, I was like,
I can take pictures of you, or we can take selfies. We can make it work. I know my angles. I know your angles. I can make the picture look nice. We don't need nobody.
he was like, no, I really want someone to take the picture of us, like a full body picture. I really didn't think much of anything, just other than it was his first trip to Orlando. He wanted to have pictures to share with his family, you know? We were kind of like hidden on the side of the fountain. So we walked towards the bridge. There were these group of girls that had passed walking the bridge, and I was like, man, if only like another group of teenagers would come back. Teenage girls know about angles, and they know you don't just take one picture. Like, I really hate when I tell somebody, can you take a picture of us? And they literally take just one picture. I give him my phone and I'm like, can you guys take a picture of us? And they're like, yeah. And Luis hands him his phone and he's like, yeah, can you guys take a picture with my phone too? And they're like, absolutely. While we were posing for the pictures, I was like trying to get on my good side, and Luis was like, babe, you're fine. I'm not fine. I'm not gonna like the pictures, and I want to like the pictures because I want to remember this moment. And after like 5 seconds of them taking pictures, I'm like, okay. As I'm walking to get my phone back, I hear him say, one more. And then I turn. And I see this man reaching into his back pocket and getting down on one knee. I was in shock. And it wasn't until he said, will you marry me? I was ugly crying. I was sobbing. I couldn't believe it. I hadn't even looked at the ring. It's beautiful. After all of my thoughts of me thinking that the man didn't love me and didn't want me, I couldn't stop crying. And so we took more pictures. We took pictures while he was putting on the ring. And then you can actually see my reaction when I noticed, like when I actually saw the ring. I was like, I thanked the girls for taking pictures and the video of everything. I'm like, how did they know to record? He said that when he handed them the phone, he had wrote on the phone, I'm about to propose, please record. All those girls knew. They knew before I knew. I was so happy, but I was also thinking, I know how my parents are. So he tells me how he got the ring. So as we're walking to the hotel, we go get our snacks. He tells me how a weekend before we left, how he came to my house while I was at work. He called my mom and told her that he had something to tell her, talked to her, how he's never met anyone like me, how I'm so special, and he knows that I'm the woman that he wants to be with for the rest of his life. He thinks that I deserve a very special proposal. He thought this trip was like a perfect time to propose, and he wanted to get my parents' permission. So he talked to my mom first, and then my dad came. My mom was like, oh, Luis has something to tell us. And my dad was just like, ay Dios mío. This man was thinking either I got pregnant or he wants to marry me. No, but my parents really love him. He is such an amazing guy, and I have no doubt in my mind that God literally brought us together for a reason. So. And I didn't tell people right away. I just wanted to live in the moment. So Saturday we go to a rave. It was so much fun. And then Sunday was our last day, and we went to Discovery Cove. It's like a same-day resort, so I think it opens at like 7 and you're there all the way till like 5. They feed you breakfast and lunch, unlimited food, like if you get hungry throughout the day. You swim with dolphins, sharks, stingrays, fishies. You can feed birds, and birds come and they like eat off your hand. It's so cute. Honestly, it was like the best trip ever. It was perfect, and I couldn't be more grateful. And that is my engagement story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this story, and if you guys ever want to see his side, y'all should let me know.